what supplements do you recommend? Meaning me. And out of all the clients I've worked with, over the hundreds of clients over the last decade or so, they all have a similar question. They want to know what it is that you take in addition to food, sleep, and water that makes you a better lifter, athlete, etc. A better lover, that's a different story. There's no hope for that. Don't even try. So better supplements, I first have to look at what you're already taking and what you need. You can go into the pharmacy and take any number of vitamins. You can take any number of minerals or prescription drugs, but maybe it's not what you need. So first, let's look at what you need. Are you somebody who doesn't eat breakfast in the morning because you're not hungry? Maybe you have a need for a cortisol manager because your cortisol is too high. Are you somebody who sweats a lot during the day? Maybe some electrolytes are in order. I'd still start addressing things in your lifestyle first. And even one step back from that is we need to look at what your lifestyle is like outside of the gym. If you are a type of person who spends every weekend going out, having some drinks, doing boozy lunch, maybe lunch with colleagues and friends on a weeknight, I might say the best thing for you supplement-wise is just not supplementing your lifestyle with alcohol or cigarettes or vaping or whatever you're doing that's hindering your performance in everyday life. Because all those things are kind of down-regulating your entire system and keeping you from performing at your best. So let's address things like your nutrition, your hydration, and your sleep first. But if you want to know kind of the brass tacks of what you should be taking outside of proper sleep, nutrition, and hydration, you've got those nailed down already. I think the top three for me are going to be creatine at number one, the micronized version, so it mixes easily in powder or easily in water. It's used by everybody. It can be used forever without any kind of cycling required. You don't have to go on 6 weeks, off 6 weeks. It's also been studied very extensively for its brain properties. So not only does it help you store energy in the muscles for more activity later on, it actually helps your brain in many, many ways. So creatine, number one, without a question. Good for men, women, kids, I don't know. Old folks, I don't know. I'm becoming one. I'll let you know when it happens. The only possible long-term side effects are, recommended doses of 10 to 20 grams a day, as per the studies, might indicate that over the course of several years, if you're not staying hydrated, there could be a heightened involvement of your kidney function. In other words, what you're taking in through creatine needs to be cycled out through your kidneys. And it could cause things like your CK levels or creatinine levels to be high in blood tests. But so does exercising, so does poor hydration. So make sure you're staying on top of your water and moving your body well like you should. The second thing is electrolytes. I remember we had Big Ray Williams, one of the all-time best powerlifters of all time. I'll say it twice, all-time of all time, came to the gym I own in Santa Cruz and gave a seminar on what we need to have a better squat. He's one of the best squatters in the world. And when I asked him, Ray, what are some of the things you recommend supplement-wise? He said, well, I train in Mississippi. It's hot as hell there. And so water, obviously not a supplement, but water with electrolytes specifically. There's all kinds of variations of electrolytes out there. If you're gonna look for one that's not sweetened or sweetened with monk fruit. Stevia is okay. Stay away from aspartame and other false sweeteners like that. Really, you want something like an element pack. The LMNT packs are pretty good. You're able to mix in a single serving into a large container of water, mix to taste. More powder means more flavor, of course. Just a little bit of salt. It's got magnesium, it's got sodium, all kinds of things you need to help replenish the electrolytes lost during exercise. Here in Texas, it was like 100 degrees for 100 days here, and we've been sweating our balls, male balls and lady balls off every day for the last 3 months. Finally, it's cooler. We're still working hard. Electrolytes are essential for replacing those minerals lost during exercise. Not only that, electrolytes, as the name might imply, have an electric kind of mechanism to them in the way that the muscles use energy. What I mean is, electrolytes are like a sodium switch. Sodium is a switch for electrical activity within the muscles. More sodium we have in our body, the harder those contractions of the muscle can become. So it's like with electricity, for example, you put electricity in water, it gets even more powerful. Don't believe me, come see me for a newbie foot bath, or throw a toaster in your tub, don't do that, and you'll find how much more powerful electricity can be. So when we have these electrolytes, they sort of amplify or increase the output of the nerve signal into the muscles and allow us to contract our muscles even harder, which of course, whether you're doing strength or bodybuilding or any kind of sports performance, are essential for your performance output. The third thing I recommend is like a simple, clean, even like a vegan protein. Most of us, if you're not 300 pounds plus and don't love eating, you're gonna have a hard time getting as much protein as you need throughout the day. Something like Orgain is like vegan, GMO-free, organic. Say what you will about vegan proteins and this is a vegan lifestyle, and now everyone will tell you they're a vegan before they tell you their first name. But there's something real to having like a clean plant-based protein in your system. Generally, they're easier to process by your liver and kidneys. You don't need whey per se. You don't need like milk-based or lactate-based proteins in your system. I think personally, once you stop suckling from mom's teat, you can be done with milk your whole life if you want to. That's just my theory on it. So guys hearing that being like, okay, mom, you still producing milk? I gotta get my gains in. Don't do that, that's weird. Not during the holidays, for God's sakes. So a plant-based protein, electrolytes and creatine, 3 things I think you and most people can use generally to supplement their proper nutrition, hydration, and sleep. There are other things like, branched chain amino acids. They can be helpful if you're really burning a lot of calories and glycogen during your exercise. Not required, I think. Another good one would be fish oil capsules for heart health and brain health. That's good if you're getting kind of into your 30s and 40s. Maybe I'm there, maybe you're there. And you want to make sure that your body and brain are in their best possible shape into the second half of your life. Other than that, don't need a whole lot of stuff for supplements. Stop wasting your money. Stop making expensive piss on stuff.